Sorry y'all if I look a little disheveled, I just came back from a storm shelter. When I was just a little girl in the early 2000s, my mom brought home 3 VHS tapes. The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald Scared Silly, The Legend of Grimace Island, and Birthday World. The general vibe of these tapes were colorful and bright, much like the old McDonald's franchise that we remember it as, instead of the corporate, gray, just dull one, if I'm being honest. Other than a nostalgic memory of mine, it actually became the main inspiration for this channel, because I knew that somewhere someone would remember this and want to hear someone yap about it. And you clicked on this video, so it's gotta be you, right? The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald was a promotional collab with the chain restaurant McDonald's and the animation studio Klasky Supo. This studio is responsible for nostalgic hits such as The Wild Thornberrys. Back in the 1990s, you could buy the 6 VHS tapes for around $5 at participating McDonald's locations, and overall, they seem to be a repressed part of people's memories that when they're mentioned, make those with this knowledge go, oh yeah, that weird McDonald's cartoon. So, was the show as weird or wacky as I remember it being? Let's find out. Once you get past the already overstimulating theme song, we're accosted by this horrifying puppet that is Ronald's dog Sunday. Sunday is a truly fascinating character, and I don't mean his lore. I mean the fact that he is a puppet manned by Vern Troyer and voiced by D. Bradley Baker. Huh? Look at how creepy Sunday looks. It's this weird mix of cartoon dog and human eyes, and oh god, his teeth. Look, I hate his teeth. So I was looking to see if like the puppet was in a museum or anything. I don't remember if I could find anything, but what I did find was this little plushie that you can buy off eBay. It is equally as terrifying as the puppet. Anyways, Sunday and Ronald are watching a horror movie together when they're startled by a phone call from Tika. Tika's calling to invite her friends to a camping trip in far-flung forest, and after confirming that they will definitely be there, Ronald calls up Grimace and Birdie to meet them at the car. An interesting bit of lore that they gave Ronald, other than being like the spokesperson of McDonald's Land, is that they also made him an inventor, which is... why did I say it like that? I said it like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, the Inventornator. No, they made him an inventor, and he's got this like tent and a flashlight thing. It's not that impressive. The pair goes down this slide, and the live action scene ends, and now we're transported into the cartoony segments. Ronald and the gang get inside the talking car, who is underappreciated if you ask me.
Hold on a minute, I'm carrying all of you? You're the car? Well, don't blame me when I sprain an axle.
Wait. Does everyone's stuff fit inside him because he's a clown car? Before we get too ahead of ourselves, we need to talk about the side characters. There's of course Grimace, Hamburgalar, Birdie. There's also the McNuggets and the Fry Kids. They're kind of weird because those don't look like French fries. And I'm guessing the McNuggets are not made out of the same bird as Birdie, because she's like way too chill about their existence. While they're on the way to the campsite, Tika is sharing the tale of the far-flung phantom, and Ronald gives her the nastiest side eye known to man. Oh, this is where my attitude came from. I got it from Ronald McDonald.
What we need for the car is a good driving song.
Oh yeah, and this show has music. I think we need to start a tier list of all the songs. I'm gonna be honest, I put this one at this.
There's nothing like the great outdoors, and the far-flung forest is the best, of course. If you want to get close to the greenery, then camping in the wild is the place to be.
It's just kind of everything a driving song should be, and it gets in my head every so often, and I'm not mad about it. So the gang arrives at the hiking trail and walks on down to the campsite, but Tika's acting like a little weird. She has this walkie-talkie in her bag that falls out, and when Birdie gives it to her, she fumbles through this explanation, so... hey, girl's not a great liar, and you know what? That's okay. This walking montage encapsulates how I feel about the humor in this show. I think they're trying to focus more on the wacky part of Ronald's adventures and not so much the characters. A lot of the one-liners that the characters give off are what made me laugh, not whatever this is. Anyways, they're all taking a break, and Hamburglar really wants Ronald to do some magic, but Ronnie Boy just ain't up for it. Oh yeah, Ronald's magic, I feel like that kind of makes him overkill. Like, I think that could have just worked with him being an inventor and not magical inventor. Like, why arm him with grenades when he already has a bazooka? Anyways, hamburgalar sneaks off and uses this bear call and then gets surprised when it calls a bear. And during this chase scene, we get to see Ronald's magic because he uses this map, makes a door, and it sends the bear into the shadow realm. So the gang arrives at the campsite, but can we just talk about how Ronald had to go back for his stuff? At first, I thought maybe they just decided to set up camp there, but no, he had to walk all the way back to their resting spot and then 3 hours to the side. Like a really weird walk of shame is what I'm envisioning, and it makes me laugh. There's another song about them setting up camp, and this one, it's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. I put it at B tier.
Pitching tents and gathering wood.
Time to work, no time for food.
Time to set up camp.
There's also this one part in this song where they're just circled around the camera and they lean in, and I'm just thinking about, like, what if you're waking up from a coma and this is what you see? I've been in that coma for 5 years. Oh my god, I've missed so much. Ugh. Actually, Doc, can you put me back under? Song's over, nighttime rolls around, and keeping the trend of the egregious mixed side eyes, Grimace shoots one of these at Birdie. The sassy man apocalypse started in McDonald's land. Since it's campfire time, what better story to tell than a ghost one? None, exactly. But Sunday's got little baby ears, so Ronald decides it's best that if he takes Sunday out for a walk, and honestly, I can't blame him. Hamburgalar has caused nothing but issues, and everyone's kind of mean in this friend group, so I would gladly be going with them. While on this walk, Ronald and Sunday find this creepy old house, but are abruptly pulled away by the gang being attacked by the far-flung phantom. Ah! Or not really. It's actually just Hamburgalar pulling a prank because, again, he's the worst. Why do they keep him around? Genuinely asking here, why is he a part of the friend group? He's just constantly pulling pranks and making people upset. Why? Why do they bring him on these things? My headcanon is that this is just some kind of weird parole sentence that Ronald enacted because he caught him stealing hamburgers. You do the crime, you have to spend time with Ronald. As they're scolding Hamburgalar, it starts to storm, so they hide out in the aforementioned creepy house. Oh yeah, and there's another song, but this one's actually really funny because they're just casually breaking and entering, and this song's about how creepy and gross the house is.
It's wild and scary, the walls are hairy, smells so musty and everything is dusty.
This place is creepy, but you must admit you won't do better on a night like this.
Imagine somebody broke into your house and then did a flash mob about how awful your living conditions are. Oh god, we're in this creepy, gross house. Hi, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys could get in and out of the rain. I'm the owner of this house. This place is disgusting and it smells like shit. That's not very nice. Especially with these conditions are bad and the owner is ugly. This song, I'm putting it in B tier. It's not terrible, but like, you know, it doesn't reach the standards of Nothing Like the Great Outdoors and the Far-Flung Forest is the best, of course. We have gone from two extremes of absolutely loving the place we're going to and absolutely hating it. I mean, they were right. The house is really weird. There's this robot that's powered by a hamster running on a wheel. There's a holographic armchair and this room that they stop at that's got 3 locked doors. So at this point, this ghostly head comes out and he gives them all this riddle. Instead of trying to solve the riddle, the Fry Kids try the gamer route and brute force their way through, but they, like the bear, also get sent to the Shadow Realm. To solve the puzzle, they have to stand on this plate in the middle of the room, and like, I mean, I guess it's a puzzle, it's not a really good one. But the door unlocks and they're down this hallway with a bunch of other rooms. They go into this one room that looks like a phone booth, but the walls come together and they squish and, well, they're dead. End of the episode. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry. They just get squished together and come out looking like this. Okay, I think I have some sort of explanation for why they look like this. And it's not just like it's a 90s cartoon, weird shit happens. So I'm gonna be honest, I am borrowing this logic from Alex Bale's SpongeBob imagination theory. You should totally go check out his videos. Alex's theory states that the citizens in Bikini Bottom can manifest things into their reality in relation to how imaginative they are. So the reason why SpongeBob and Patrick could get the imagination box to work and not Squidward was because, well, SpongeBob and Patrick are more imaginative and have whimsy in their heart, as to where Squidward can't and doesn't. So I don't see why you can't take this logic and relate it to the wacky adventures of Ronald McDonald. I mean, he's an inventor. Yeah, of course he's the most imaginative one here, and that's why he's got all these powers. He's imagining these things happening and making it work. Alright, side tangent over again. Go look at Alex's stuff. Really funny. Moving on. The next room they go into is a mirror maze, and Hamburglar just can't keep his hands to himself. So bye-bye McNuggets. Hello, mysterious floating head. After this hint, Ronald gets the idea to keep their hand on the maze wall as they walk it. And yeah, I mean, that's the most logical thing they've said this entire episode. I mean, you keep your hand there so it's like a grounding thing, so you don't panic and you don't freak out. Even if you do have to go back, you still have this sense of familiarity. Oh, yep, other song.
If we hold hands and follow the clue, we'll soon find our way through.
This is the most lackluster song in the entire episode. It's just a reprise of "This house is disgusting and it smells like shit." And I'm just putting it at D tier, as also because of
we're in a maze.
Yes, King. Give us nothing. Now the gang is in this room with a moving door. I figure that if they can separate and stand on each end of the wall, the door is gonna stop moving at some point, right? Also, Tika reveals that she's been here before, like she's familiar with the place, and even Hamburglar is disgusted by this.
This is so exciting. This is the farthest I've ever gone. What?
This dude has been nothing but awful this entire time, but even he is dumbfounded. The room fades away and Big Scary Head shows up. Oh, okay, he reveals his name is Franklin, and he says that if they complete these riddles, they get their friends back. So yeah, they might all be traumatized by the end of this, but at least they're together, right? I really hope there's like a good therapist in McDonald Land, because they need it. They need it after this. Even Hamburglar. Franklin gives him a riddle, but Tika, Birdie, Hamburglar get them wrong. And this is kind of off topic, but look how cute this part is. The way that Birdie, her wing wraps around Hamburglar's hands, like they're holding. That's so cute. That's so cute. When I was younger, I shipped them so hard. Now we've got Grimace, Ronald, and Sunday stuck in the darkness, and this scene cracks me the fuck up. It's so intense. It looks like an anime scene, and also they made Ronald so thick, thicker than a milkshake. Got 2 Big Macs in the back pockets. Why did they make him so thick? No, tell me. Why did they make Ronald McDonald so thick? Anyways, back to the plot. Turns out Franklin has this Wizard of Oz style secret room in the back where we find out that the guy behind all this traumatizing shit is just a little boy. Oh yeah, also him and Tika know each other through school, I'm assuming. I really hope these kids go to school. I think the McNuggets are working for him.
These nuggets? Pathetic. Without these pathetic nuggets, you never would have been able to lure Ronald here in the first place.
The McNuggets are weird. You're gonna see more why when I cover the other episodes. Also, just a thought, is Franklin the first ever VTuber? Franklin's dad comes home and reveals that this is actually his lab, and he's this famous scientist that apparently made the bear call Hamburglar had earlier.
So you're the famous Dr. Quizzical.
Now let's see if this quizzical bear call really works.
Dr. Quizzical offers to take the gang back to the campsite, and Franklin and Tika get 0 repercussions for the trauma that they just put everyone through. Like, Franklin put them through this without his dad's permission, and Tika was an accomplice. Hamburglar got scolded for his prank, and I know I've been shitting on Hamburglar this entire time, but this is the one time I will defend Hamburglar. What he did was way less than what Tika and Franklin put them through. Huh? Hey, Ronald. I'm sorry that I scared all of our friends and have them thought that they were gonna die in this mystery jigsaw house. I just really wanted to play this game, but I didn't think you'd want to play with me, and I just had to trick you. I'm sorry. Can I still be your friend? Ronald, don't answer. No, that was awful. That was horrifying. We all thought we'd lost our lives, and you— Yeah, why not? What? Oh shit. And then when they get back to the campsite, guess what? They call Franklin their friend.
Hey, we made a new friend.
A new friend. The trick's up his sleeve.
A new friend that makes hamburgers seem absolutely sweet by comparison.
No, this is a future serial killer. Get him out of your friend group. We're back in the live action sequence, and we have Ronald and Sunday being sweet and watching the sequel to that movie from earlier. As horrifying as they both are, this is really cute. I love this father and son duo.
We could always change the channel.
Thanks, but I'm okay, Ronald. With a friend like you, I'm not afraid of anything.
That's the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. It's a weird show. A lot of these videos are not going to be as deep thinking as the Thomas one. Like, there's not going to be some big message at the end that I try to convey. Just want to talk about this show from my childhood. Do you remember this show? Was I the only one? Did I just talk to a group of nothing? And yeah, I definitely plan on covering the other ones. Not like right after this one. I've got a couple other videos planned. I've already started writing mine for October for Halloween. I have 2 that I want to plan for Halloween, which is so far away. Alright, y'all. I'm Ogalia Tali, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.